Your Sims are so black. Your Sims are so ugly. Why do you let your Sims have that dark, ugly shadow on their face? Okay, for all of the haters that have been commenting on my recent Sims TikToks complaining about how dark and ugly my Sims are, this video is for you guys. I am going to show you how I make my pastoral Sims with the dark, ugly shadow that everyone hates. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. So what I wanted to show you guys in this video are all of the mods that I use in order to make my Sims look like Ella Pastoral / Pastoral Sims like. So I am showing you guys the 4 columns mod. If you want to really get serious about making Sims in The Sims 4, you need to have more than 2 columns, especially if you have as much CC as I do. A lot of y'all are still working with only 2 columns, and that's why you're not really able to customize your Sims as much as you need to. So make sure that you go and get the mod, the more columns mod. I'll be putting a picture on the screen so you know which one to get. When I am doing the side-by-side view, 4 columns is the amount of columns that I can have without it clashing with my side-to-side. Another thing that I use in order to make my Sims look great are presets. I have a whole bunch of presets, as you guys are seeing me use on this sim called Princess Albertine, but sometimes you don't really have the time to be choosing the lip shape, the nose shape, the eye shape. So having pre-made presets that you can then edit and then pinch and squeeze in order to get your ideal look is great. Another thing that I feel like y'all are not utilizing are the skin details that are in the tattoo section. Sometimes you have so many skin details on your sim that just having the ones that are in the eye section, the mouth section, you know, the ones by the face is not doing it. As you can see, I'm doing the thing that y'all hate me to do the most, which is adding that dark, ugly shadow that y'all hate. I know y'all hate to see that dark, ugly shadow coming, but like I said in all of my TikToks, don't you see how it adds such a beautiful contrast to the way my Sims look? It makes them bold, it makes them stand out. Another thing that I've been utilizing in order to make my royal Sims stand out is definitely the use of the eyelashes. Ever since EA released the eyelash update, I have been putting that thing to work. Not only do I use the eyelashes that are found in the eyeliner category, I also use the eyelashes that are in the eyelash category. So I was trying to make her a teen sim, so it was hard for me to do a very subtle look while also making her mature. That is the balance of trying to make a preteen sim in my game. I low-key don't know what I be doing. Another thing that I also feel like you guys need to lock into is the use of the face paints category. A lot of creators put their good CC behind the face paints category, and that's how I was able to get Princess Albertine to have that beautiful, gorgeous lip combo in order to make her lips pop out. You guys can see that I changed the way her eyelashes were shaped because I realized that that out and about flutter, I think that's called a decluster eyelash shape really wasn't giving for her, so I decided to make her have lower lashes, and as you can see, it really gives her a better sultry look. Well, I don't know if it gives her a sultry look, it makes her look a little bit like emo and depressed, which definitely, I don't know, I love that look. It is very rare that I use that look on my Sims, but on her face it fit her so good. So now that I've practically customized her face the way I wanted to, it's time to lock in terms of her clothes. So a trademark that I use when I'm making my Sims is that they have a very preppy circa Gossip Girl type style. So that was what I was trying to aim for in terms of Princess Albertine. Some of my Sims are able to break this mode and are able to have different fashion styles depending on what I'm doing with them for the plot. For example, Princess Aditi of the Kingdom of Rajhara, she has a preppy style, but in a lot of her outfits you can see that she is a tomboy a little bit because she has an athletic build. But for this sim right here, that is just an example of how I make my royal Sims, I wanted to show you guys how much effort I put in order to make them look preppy. the lace, the little lace headband, the little jewelry. You see how much effort I put in to just find her rings? This is what I talk about when I say that all of my royal Sims, I put a lot of effort into them in order to make sure that they have the appropriate look. But the thing that I really feel like makes my Sims stand out is definitely their formal outfit. Right here, I'm showing you guys my favorite mod that I have, my favorite CC. It helps make your hair darker, but for Princess Albertine, I realized that I didn't really need her to have her hair darker. A lot of my Sims with brown hair, the natural EA colors just look fine, but sometimes when I have Sims with black hair, which is the majority of my Sims, their hair is not dark enough for me, so I will use that mod. But right here, I am trying to help Princess Albertine have a formal outfit, and this is where I feel like my personal style really comes in, because I take so long to make my formal outfits, because for royals, their formal outfits is really what makes them who they are. So as you can see, I am making her look more mature here, bigger lashes, lighter makeup. I'm trying to make her look dainty but also fierce, because when you are a princess, you are also involved in a lot of political turmoil. So God knows what would happen to Princess Albertine. Will she have to hold court? Will she have to hold scalas? So I wanted to let her have a little bit of the best of both worlds, practically, in terms of what I was doing for her outfit. As you can see, her crown is literally in the middle of her forehead. And this is when I realized that I can show you guys how to use the crown slider mod. So as you saw, how I was able to get her crown above her head is that I squeeze the mouse. When you squeeze the mouse, you can choose if it goes up and down. You honestly have to play with it, but if you squeeze, it can make it go up and down. I use the touchpad, so I just use my fingers and squeeze. And how to get the crown wider or skinnier, you squeeze in and you squeeze out. You squeeze in and you squeeze out. To tilt the crown towards your Sim's face or away from your Sim's face is that you put the Sim to the side and then you kind of pull down and you pull up. Pull down and you pull up. You honestly just have to try it for yourself. When you download the iconic hats mod, you can play around with it. And there are a lot of CC creators who make mods that are specifically in relation to the hat slider mod. I will be linking all of the CC that I use for Princess Albertine here for you guys to use, but go through all of these people's CCs. I'm not just giving you guys a piece of CC here. I'm giving you guys creators that will have your game looking like my game. I don't know. I'm hooking you guys up. I think Glitterberry Sims is someone who makes a lot of the custom crowns I use. And there's also another Sim that is known for making crowns in The Sims 4. But don't worry, I'm going to be posting the links on Tumblr for you guys to use. And yeah, that is pretty much what I do in order to make my Sims. Oh, the person I was talking about is Bats by Restaurants. Bats by Restaurants is known for their CC in terms of making crowns and things of that nature. I like to give everyone a statesman piece in order for them to stand out. Because especially when I do my heptarchy meetings, like the kingdom alliances that involve all of my 7 kingdoms, there be too many baddies. There be too many baddies, because you know when I make my dark ugly Sims, as y'all would like to call them, there be too many of them, so they have to compete for who got the most extreme face card. And sometimes you need your little statement piece in order to show people that you are the baddest. You are the baddest of the 7 kingdoms, and Princess Albertine is still a infant in my game, so who knows who she will have to compete with when she gets older. But I have to make sure my girl is looking good. I also have little accessories that I know royals wear, so I try to sneak them in there. A lot of royals wear capes, a lot of them wear brooches, a lot of them wear sashes, and as you can see, I am struggling to find one brooch that goes with her outfit in a cute way, but I was able to find one. Make sure that your Sims are wearing heels. There are several times when I've been making Sims where I totally forget to make sure that they're wearing cute shoes. They'll be wearing a ball gown with sneakers underneath or Timbs underneath. Don't end up like me. That's why I had her doing that silly walking style, to make sure that everything was looking very cute, looking very bad and bougie. And yeah, that is how I make my royal Sims. Let me know if there's any other videos y'all want to see from me. I want y'all to make good Sims too, and I'll see y'all in the next one.